Hello and welcome to Pond of Dreams. Today I'm going to share some books with you that we use for discussion and inspiration during our family reading time at school. Let's get started. Okay, so today I just thought I'd curl up on the sofa and run through some books with you that we like using in homeschool, and I'll tell you why we like using these. Whoa, got a little glare in that. So the way we do our school day is we do our individual work first, and then we do our group subjects, which are science and history, and then we like to have some reading time together at the end of the day rather than at the beginning of the day. And so after we wrap up history and science together, then what we do is we like to do books that kind of are both inspirational and lead to some discussions together as a family. And after that, then we'll go into whatever novel that we're reading together as a family, and we'll read anywhere from 1 to 3 chapters. But these are the books that we have used, at least some of the books that we've used, and some that we're going to be using. We're heading into our third year here, so this has been over the past 2 years and heading into our third. So one of them, and actually 4 of them, are from the Chicken Soup series. This is sort of the favorite of my kids. This is the Think Positive for Kids, and this just has a lot of stories about good decision making, self-esteem, and positive thinking. And these are great. They're like 1, 2, 3 pages. Some of them are a little longer, some of them are a little shorter, but we really like reading these together, and it kind of gets my kids' wheels turning because they think of maybe what they would have been like in this scenario and how they would have handled it, or they'll talk about how the kids handled it in the different scenarios. And just broadly, the things that it talks about is trying something new or doing the right thing, accepting differences, developing self-esteem, how to handle bullies, appreciating your family, making friends, good choices, being responsible and grateful. So this is a lot of thought-provoking things. And each one of these, so there's Think Positive for Kids. We have Chicken Soup for the Child Soul. This is aimed more at ages 5 to 8, but we actually are getting ready. This is the last one I purchased. We're going to use this one over the next month or so and just kind of fly through these. We'll do anywhere from 1 to 3 a day. Kind of depends on how long we've taken on schooling and other variables on how many we read. But so that one we have coming up. We've already done the first Chicken Soup for the Kids Soul. This is aimed kind of at 8 to 12. And honestly, these are just kind of recommended ranges. And again, these cover the same type of things: love, friendship, achieving dreams. We get into death and dying. Oh, sorry, cat just went by. Well, we have a lot of animals. Family, attitude and perspective, overcoming obstacles, tough stuff, eclectic wisdom. So there are some of these that get into some pretty heavy subjects. This one, this is where we're just wrapping up this one right now. We're in the eclectic wisdom section. The tough stuff one did have some tough ones. That was kind of, some of those my kids were like, this is really sad, but they're really good things to talk about too. These have led to a lot of great talks together. Being kind, honesty, courage, live and learn, how to be a great friend again. So you kind of have repeating themes, and these are great. And sometimes you can pull some of these out when you really need to help with a situation. Another one that we read, I had a friend recommend Love Does to me, the adult one, and I am still on the wait list at the library for that. But I noticed that they had Love Does for Kids by Goff. And so I checked that out from the library. We actually have just finished this not too long ago. These are some really great stories, and this is all about the author, Bob Goff, and his life and his kids. And some of these things are pretty amazing things that they have done in their lives. My kids did enjoy them a lot. And again, leads to great conversation as a family. I love having that time together at the end of our school day to just kind of run through things like this and then take our time and read through a novel. And when I talk about novels, we've done anything from the According to Humphrey series to Ranger in Time to Narnia. We just kind of pick something and run with it and read through a lot of that. And we've done that since the beginning with Homeschool. Starting with things like the Mouse and the Motorcycle series, Olive, Ivy and Bean, Ramona, Henry Huggins. So that's just kind of our great kind of family time at the end of the day to do that. So this was another great one that we enjoyed. This is one I actually just picked up within the last hour. I ran over to the bookstore and saw this and grabbed it. So I have no idea how this is going to be. Out of curiosity, when I got home, I looked on Amazon to see what other people had thought of it, because this was just an impulse buy. And it has pretty good reviews. And people say they use it in a variety of ways, but I'll just give you an example. It's called Sticky Situations, 365 Devotions for Kids and Family. And it is dated out here by one a day for a whole year. I will probably just start at the beginning and go through when we get to it. But it will have a scenario and then a should they, and they'll have 5 answers. I'm guessing that is, it appears to be 5 answers throughout. And then, so you kind of go through the scenario with the kids, give them possible ways they could handle the scenario. And then it will tell you if you want to, if, there's a couple of Bible verses, 1 or 2, if you want to look those up. Some people in the reviews said that they did, some didn't. So really you can use any of these books the way you would like to. And then I didn't realize this even when I bought it. Again, being an impulse buy, there's an answer key at the back. And so it'll say, well, this is the right answer. But then it gives you 3 discussion questions so you can talk more about the scenario with the kids. Why do you think that was the answer? Why weren't the other answers a good way to handle it? And kind of give a little summary about, for this, the first story was about envy and jealousy. So kind of like that. I like anything that kind of gets us talking about making good choices in life. So there are 365 scenarios in that one. And then the very last one I wanted to show you was another 365 days. This one is the 365 Days of Wonder, Mr. Brown's Precepts. It's a quote for every day of the year about courage, friendship, love, and kindness. As you can see, I have a running theme about what I like to talk about with my kids at the beginning of each school day. And we are not using these in date order. I am using these as copy work with the kids. They each have a copy work notebook, and I give them a quote a day. I tell them which quote to write in their copybook, and they put it in there, and then we just kind of read it out loud, and sometimes we talk about it, or sometimes we don't dive that deep into it, but I do love all the different things. One of the secrets of life is all that is really worth doing is what we do for others, Lewis Carroll. So there's lots of great quotes in this book, and I just thought this was perfect size quotes to use as a copywork book. So anyway, that's how we handle going over the material, then to talk about inspirational things, choices, and have a little time together at the end of our school day to just unwind and have a little fun together as a family. Do you use anything like this? Do you have any other great book suggestions? Because I'm kind of diving around looking for new things. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to see them in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll get notifications. And I'll try to get some more uploads going up very soon. And give this video a like. Thank you so much. See you soon.